So, Emily, do you believe that anyone can dance?
I was not graceful whatsoever. I
Wow.
was
And today, our special guest is the founder of the Underdog Dance Corp and probably the best salsa and bachata dancer that I know. With over 4 years of teaching salsa and bachata, with 1,500 members so far already, and teaching 24 classes a week. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Emily Peat.
thank you.
All right. Hello, Emily.
How you doing?
Good, good. Thank you. Is it okay to show a clip of your dance moves?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
totally.
let's show it. Oh, well, I think we should show another one with your students.
Yep.
Okay. So, Emily, tell us your story and how you became a professional dancer and an instructor of salsa and bachata.
Yeah, I think it's a little unconventional. I was working full time as an engineer when I started dancing. I had always wanted to, like, I always had an interest. And as silly as it sounds, I had seen some movies with salsa dancing and thought that looks great. And so it was 4 years ago. I was kind of just like sitting at home alone one night and thinking, oh, I want to get out and try something. So I went to a class and became totally obsessed. And I just decided I wanted to be really good at it and I wanted to spend as much time as I could dancing. So I would attend like a community class every night of the week. And then I found myself waking up early before work in the mornings. It must have been 6:30 to get up and just practice for an hour
Wow.
before work. Running home at lunch, spending my whole lunch hour practicing. I'd dance in my little kitchen, pretending as if I had a partner that was leading me.
Wow.
And so I did that for quite a while. And then I had a couple of different dance partners like along the way, like practice partners. We would just do that for the joy of it. And with one in particular, when I would go out to dance, we had people coming up and asking, "Well, are you instructors? Do you teach lessons?" And we're like, "Oh no, not at all." And then eventually I thought, you know what, I could try it. So we started teaching a couple of private lessons here and there, and then we ended up renting a studio by the hour. And then it like snowballed where we couldn't get enough studio time for lessons, so we decided to do group lessons, and that just continued to like take off. And then it ended up with like beer and bachata events or teaching for Guelph University of Waterloo. We ended up at McAfee and other like tech companies in the area. And
Wow.
so I was just feeling really, really fortunate that what I love to do ended up being something that I could do, you know, full time. So I eventually left engineering. That was in August of 2019. And then once the pandemic hit, that all kind of shut down. So that was really, really tough. But I decided I didn't want to let go of that. So in August of 2020, so we were kind of like in the eye of the storm there, I got the studio in up on Waterloo and I thought, I don't care, I'm going for it anyway. So then we opened Underdog in September.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how, when you decide to pursue what you love, for some reason it just keeps spreading, and the people that love the same thing that you love just gets so attracted to you, and then it just like boom, just like you say, it just exploded, right?
It's wonderful. Yeah, there's this like sense of resonance. Yeah.
Exactly. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our audience, I actually follow Emily on Instagram, and during the pandemic, I've seen how she was so dedicated to still pursuing her passion. I've seen her, being so creative, doing different things, um, and experimenting with, what's working, what's not working. So Emily, if if dancing and teaching how to dance is your superpower, then what's powering that superpower?
Yeah. I would say it's a couple different things because you've had to have a lot of resilience through the last year.
Hmm.
And so a big part of it is just seeing how happy that makes other people and seeing that, they're feeling inspired and motivating. And I love that, that moment when something clicks for somebody and you see them get it and feel good about it. So I think that that's a big part of like why I continue to love to teach. But I also would say that I'm extremely grateful to have like a wonderful support network, friends and family who are still encouraging me, to do this crazy thing at this crazy time. I've got a really lovely boyfriend who's learning to dance in part to help me teach when I'm not able to teach with anybody else. So
Wow.
yeah, really fortunate all around, and for friends and family and him just like listening all the time to my ups and downs of, is this gonna work? Should I try? And so I guess, it could look from the outside like I'm just go, go, go all the time with all of these new ideas. But I think it's important to share too that like, yes, I'm optimistic and I'm resilient and I'm doing my best to be creative, but it's also really, really difficult. And some days are discouraging and some days are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel that too. But I do get it. Like, it's really serving. It looks like the heart of your heart is really serving people, making people happy, and
Mhm.
having a great support system, just like you said, your family and friends totally make a big
Mhm.
difference. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, truth be told, I love dancing. And I feel like dancing is such a great expression of your emotion, your creativity, yourself, right? And it's it's good because I love it and I like to dance and um, I think I got some moves, but I know some people that probably just declare to themselves that they cannot dance at all. So, Emily, do you believe that anyone can dance? Or what's
Yeah.
or what's your thought on that?
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I empathize with those people who say that they can't do it, or it's just not in them, or they've got two left feet. Like I hear it all the time, and that's part of the reason that I named the studio what I named it.
Right.
Was because I really want those people actually
Hmm.
that maybe don't think that they'll ever dance. And I get it. Like it's a vulnerable thing. You have to like show up and be seen
Hmm.
doing something that might feel uncomfortable or unnatural. I know for me, like none of it came naturally whatsoever. I was a varsity wrestler and I played soccer for 23 years. I was not graceful whatsoever.
Wow.
Would be how I would describe myself. So every little bit of learning how to move my body was new. So I get that totally. And all I can say is I believe that we have an inclusive and encouraging environment. And I believe that because like I learned to dance as an adult and because some of our instructors learned to dance as adults, we know like where you're coming from and how we need to break things down, and how to get you there. Um, so that's where I would be like inviting everybody to come on into the studio. It's for people in that position, basically.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm sure that a lot of people in our audience would love to reach out to you. So how can they reach you?
Yeah, we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram and we're on YouTube, all under the Underdog Dance Corp. Our website's underdogdance.com, or they could email me directly if they like, Emily at underdogdance.com. underdogdance.com, and we're always happy to hear from new people. We've got online and in-person lessons, so whatever you're comfortable with, classes for people who are wanting to dance on their own or with a partner, in all types of genres, not just salsa and bachata.
Wow, thank you so much. So
Yeah.
from a wrestler, soccer player, engineer, to a professional salsa and bachata dancer, a real underdog from zero to hero, ladies and gentlemen, Emily Peat. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you so much.
All right. Watch out for more videos from Founders and Shakers Show. Bye bye.